All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Greene, crazy turn of events yesterday. Massive Maui fire. Of course, I reported on this. The local news, the mainstream news always gets it wrong. In fact, their initial reports were they were containing the fire. As I was looking at it, evacuating my house and watch it burn from 150 acres to 850 acres, and then they called for evacuations in the middle of the night for the poor people that lived in the area. It was absolutely treacherous. Massive blaze, massive fires, and as far as I know, it's still not contained. In fact, my whole family, all of us had to relocate overnight here into a hotel to get our feet on the ground and to see what is next. From what I understand, no infrastructure, no homes have been affected, so thank you for your prayers. Your prayers have absolutely worked. But I've heard a lot of you guys say things like, well, is it the volcanoes? Like, what's going on? Or did somebody start these fires? We actually have seen some of this occur in the past in Maui, where there was arson and arsonists that actually lit these fires. Again, we've been very, very dry here in Maui over the last couple of years. So we've seen more instances of fires, and over, I think about 3 years ago, there was a similar fire in this part of West Side Maui. So prayers for everybody, and hopefully everything will get back to normal here very soon. But let's talk about other fires, because it's been a dumpster fire for Republicans. It's been a dumpster fire for the cryptocurrency market. What's going on here? What should you be doing? Well, you should be buying the freaking dip. This is what I tell you guys all the time. Buy the freaking dip. Now, one thing I've noticed is that a lot of our members, a part of Island Project, understand the cyclicality. In fact, I've got a lot of oil men in the Island Project, and I asked them, I'm like, why is that? Why do I have all of you oil dudes that have worked rigs and all this stuff? Why are you in our project? How come you understand cryptocurrency more than the average bear? And the gentleman I was talking to yesterday says, well, Christopher, it's because we understand the markets are cyclical and we're also risk takers. So I was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. So understand this. The cryptocurrency market is not going away. Like I argued yesterday, I would suggest that all of the cryptocurrency exchanges are illiquid outside of Coinbase. And the only reason CZ of Binance is able to acquire FTX is because he's being funded by the Chinese government and XI. And I believe there's truth to that. So anyways, very healthy. We always get washouts. I bought the dip yesterday when the fires were going and I had a moment to. And I picked up key names, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I bought a little XRP, and then I added to some of my metaverse picks I just released at school, of course, at the club. So you've got to buy, okay, in these moments. You've got to buy. You've got to execute in these cyclical moments. So many of you will say, well, Christopher, when Bitcoin gets here, I'll buy. No, you don't. I want to see proof of purchase. Those of you that are cynics don't get rich. Okay, this is what the oil men know. This is what investors know. And this is what people in the space know. We've been through, 4, I think, major bear markets since I've been in cryptocurrency and blockchain. Also, let's talk about what is going on in the political sphere. Carrie Lake, it appears, I don't think we have all the details yet, but that she's lost. That Carrie Lake has actually lost the Arizona governorship, and we're seeing not the landslide victory that everybody was expecting. So that's a huge disappointment. Ron DeSantis is probably the only individual who had an overwhelming win, massive win yesterday, hugely, hugely bullish, saying all the right things. But here's the question, can he be trusted? Trump said all the right things too, and then bam, Operation Warp Speed, buddy-budding with the Pfizer executives, hanging out with them. And then look at what's happened over the last couple of years. It's been terrible. So again, actions speak louder than words, not what people say. And frankly, I don't trust any of these politicians at all. One iota. And so the market's down 500 points. More instability. The voting machines not working in places like Arizona and Wickenburg. Oh yeah, big surprise. They haven't fixed anything in 2 years. Of course not. Trust the freaking plan. This is how it always works, ladies and gentlemen. So the whole point here is you got to get into real assets. You got to be buying the crypto dip. You got to understand the direction where all this is going. Elon Musk, of course, his massive takeover with Twitter. I'd be buying gold here. If you take one action step today, buy gold. I bought a little gold and silver yesterday as well for myself. We just got our sovereign mints back in, get the American Silver Eagles, and also get our gold Archangel Michael. Just got those back in stock, and we've got 24 orders going out this week. Thank you so much for your patronage out there. And of course, if you need any updates on your orders, you can email us at support@amtvmedia.com to get a tracking and shipping update. So that's what I'm doing. This is a game of buying assets, selling the U.S. stock market short, selling fiat currency short, because we already know what they're going to do. Inflation is going to be a part of all of our lives for the rest of our lives. Expect hyperinflation for the rest of your lives. Expect record debt here in the United States for the rest of your life. Expect bailouts for the rest of your life. Expect CBDCs for the rest of your life. As the political landscape and climate does nothing to fix anything. Again, Trump said all the right things. Bam, Operation Warp Speed, lockdowns. Chilling with the Pfizer executives, and we know how much we trust them. So that was the moment. Honestly, that was the end for me. I'm just speaking honestly when it came to Trump. Never comply, knew day one that was a bunch of bull crap. And now we have DeSantis rising, although he's done the right things in Florida. Will he not flip if he gets to the White House? So here's my big point today. This could actually be the pivot point for DeSantis to overtake Trump. Maybe Trump goes in a different political position. In fact, one of my buddies texted me this morning, and I think, he could be right about this. He said that he thinks Trump may in fact be elected speaker, and then DeSantis declares the 2024 run. What do you guys think about that? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but one of my friends thinks that's going to happen. I think it's kind of an interesting take on what is going on. So, geopolitical conflict, the war in Ukraine, China's invasion of Taiwan imminent, hyperinflation in the United States, the political system solving nothing, Republicans taking it on the chin over the last 24 hours, voting machines not even working. Carrie Lake in Arizona doesn't even know if she's won, says it could be malice. Fires out here in Maui. Total chaos, basically, is what I told you we were going to get. So what do you do here? A prudent mind makes money. Okay, somebody who's not thinking emotionally and can see this market for what it is. So when I see crypto down and I see the opportunity in gold and silver, I'm a buyer across the board here. These are capitulatory events of which when you get rich. Bitcoin 16.6 right now, 16,000 roughly. We have Coinbase getting hit today, Ethereum down 13%, XRP down 13%. All this new legislation came out recently with Library, Odyssey, and we've seen more rulings regarding regulation, which will only provide clarity, more clarity for the industry. We see a weakening real economy, an economy that's an absolute turd, massive job losses, huge job cuts, Zuckerberg, the Salesforce, Benioff, and the rest of them firing thousands of people now that they've ran out of your PPP loans and all that taxpayer-infused bailout money that they took from you that was all forgivable, because those guys need forgivable loans. Now that it's run out, they're firing everybody. Ain't that nice? So the real economy sucks. The real economy in the United States is absolute trash. The political system is absolute trash. Inflation is through the roof, and now what's going to happen is the reset. If you're not in real assets, if you're not in real estate, if you're not in gold and silver, click the link below, you're screwed. If you're not creating cash flows outside of the system, parallel economies, if you're not decentralizing yourself now, you're screwed. So anyways, I'll just leave you with that. God bless. Thank you for the prayers. Glad everyone survived it. Hopefully the fire stops and they're able to put it out sometime today. There's been no containment yet from what I understand. I mean, again, the media gets it wrong all the time. They were saying it was contained while I'm staring at it, watching it spread and pour more veins of fire all over the mountaintop. So please continue to pray. Also, click the link below. Get your gold today. AMTVgold.com. Click the link below. Get your gold, silver now. Buy it now. Dollar cost average now. This is when you want to get this stuff. Get your order in before more supply shocks as this world war event commences, hyperinflation commences, and massive job losses continue. You want real assets and real store of value. So I urge you, buy gold and silver today. That's amtvgold.com. Click the link below. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. 1,000 freaking X to the moon. 1,000 freaking X to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. And Jesus Christ is King. amtvgold.com.